Yo guys, what's going on? It's Lewis here with Crypto Elite, and I am so happy to finally be back. In case you didn't know, I used to make pretty consistent videos, and then I got a girlfriend, and I totally stopped making videos. But now I am back to making videos, so cheers to the single life and the life of making YouTube videos. Also, if you can see behind me, which you can't actually see because I am chroma keying it out, I got a green screen, which is freaking awesome. And this little webcam thing that you're seeing is not actually a webcam. It is actually a Sony Alpha 6400 awesome camera that I hooked up to my computer. So now you are getting me in all of my full HD glory. While I do the market update videos and give my videos like this. I don't know, I just wanted to change it up. I wanted to do something really good and have like a good production quality stuff. So this video is going to be a market update video. It's probably going to last very long, but there are a couple things that I'm going to go over in the initial, first couple minutes. So watch the first few minutes if you don't have a lot of time, and you'll get the general gist of what I'm thinking of my overall view of the markets, of my overall view of Bitcoin and all of the other, and the altcoins and stuff like that. And basically where we're heading and what my plan is. So stick around for the next few minutes. And if you agree with what I have to say, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe because I want to blow this channel up. I want to produce content as much as I possibly can. It's going to be awesome. So let's get to it. Now, before I go into the market scan and the overall picture, the first thing that I want to say is that I want to give a big shout out to 3 Commas. This is not a sponsored video, by the way. I just love 3 Commas, and I would not trade without it. That is how much I love 3 Commas, and I really just think everyone should have 3 Commas. Because with 3 Commas, you could set your entries, your take profits, your stop losses, and have stop loss timeouts, and have automatic trailing stops, and have automatic trailing take profits, which have been super useful, especially during this bull market where you think that it's gonna come up here, and then the price is just gonna stop and come back down, but it ends up going up and up and up. Having the trailing take profits make sure that you don't take your profits right here, but you take profits much higher and at a really good level. And so you could do all of that with 3 Commas. So that's what I use for all of my trades. So just a big shout out to them. Oh yeah, and also you could even set conditional orders with 3 Commas so that your money doesn't get caught up. Basically, it means that your money doesn't get locked up whenever you put in buy limits. So if you're on Binance or if you're on Coinbase or something, and let's say something's at $10 and you want to put 5 trades in for $1,000 each, but you only have $2,000, then basically you only have the ability to put 2 trades in because $1,000 goes into one trade and $1,000 goes into another trade. But with 3 Commas, you could put conditional orders in. So you could put $1,000 trades on as many trades as you want, on as many coins as you want. And then whenever the first 2 get hit, then it blows up, which is really good because sometimes you'll put on 10 trades and only 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 gets hit. So that's why it's another reason why I love 3 Commas. And if you are not in my Discord group yet, you can actually get a link to the Discord below, and you can also find a link to 3 Commas in the resources section right here. Basically, right over here, get started, how to get started, and you go down and it'll have the link to 3 Commas somewhere in here. Anyway, you just click that and you'll get a nice cool discount. I believe there it is, 10% off your subscription, and I think I get free trading fees. I don't know what I get, but I get something with that. So if you're not on my Discord, join the Discord. I'll have a link below. I have a free Discord. The free chat's right here. I help everybody out in the free chat. And then of course, if you want a VIP, if you want to know every single thing, getting alerts and all that stuff, you could join the VIP room by clicking upgrade to the VIP, and you'll upgrade there and you'll get alerts. You'll get my ideal buy zones, which by the way have done awesome, 50%, up 20% in a week, up 50%, up one flex before I start. This was one of my trades and I said buy here and hold, and then you could press this button, you could see it came down and hit literally exactly you can't get better than that. So that was just one of my trades. And so if you want trades like this, join the VIP. It's definitely well worth it. And you can also look at the testimonials if you want more information on that. Now let's get into the actual market. First things first, do we still have more room to run in this bull market? So a really big thing that I use when determining where we are in the market cycles is this Bitcoin rainbow chart. This Bitcoin rainbow chart, obviously, there's not one thing that you can use that really shows the exact time of like when to buy, when to sell, stuff like that. You need to have confluence with a lot of different indicators, but I love this one. This is one that I'm using. It seemed to work out really well. We are currently in this, is this a bubble phase? You could see it's in the orange level right here. And there is not a chance in hell that I will be selling anything until at least we are in this sell, seriously sell phase or part of the bubble. And I've actually been saying this for a very long time now. Once we get to $90,000 to $99,000 per Bitcoin, that's when I'm going to start scaling out just a little bit at a time. Maybe like I'll take 10% of like my total holdings out once we get to around 90,000 to 100,000 Bitcoin. Why is that? Because 100,000 is a very big psychological number. And in crypto, psychological number is like $1 Dogecoin. That is so big. So you want to, or I mean, I am going to be selling at least a very small portion when Bitcoin hits $100,000. And then once we get into this range, maximal bubble territory, if we get into this range, I'm going to probably sell 50%. And then once we dip, I'll probably, or once we confirm, like, you know, we're okay, this is it, I'm probably going to sell a lot more. With saying that though, here's something to think about. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ chart. Okay, this is something that I've been thinking about a lot lately because a lot of people are saying, oh, it's going to be the same cycle as last time where there was a big bubble and then it dropped 80-90%. And then there was a big bubble and dropped 80-90%. And that continually happens that happened like 5 or 6 times. I have a very big video about market cycles. There's definitely a huge possibility that this is just going to be another market cycle, another big bubble. But one thing that I want to mention is the NASDAQ, because this sort of is like the 2000s when it comes to the internet bubble, right? So this is the NASDAQ. And what I believe is that the 2018 bubble of cryptocurrencies was very much like the 2000 bubble of the internet stocks, which you could see right here. There were some absolutely insane evaluations during this run up. And this looks very similar to cryptocurrencies. If you notice, there was the huge run up. This was exactly like 2016, 2017, all the way up to very top in 2018, January. And then it started crashing, right? And everything crashed. And this, you know, just like crypto, the NASDAQ dropped all these internet-based stocks, 82%. Crazy, right? What's even more crazier is that it went up for another run just like in crypto. Look at how insane this is. Just compare the two freaking charts all the way back up and then again a big drop. This is what I'm saying. Cryptocurrency is like the real world on speed. Like things that happen in crypto happen so quickly. This is the internet stocks from 2000 all the way to 2009, right? So you remember cryptocurrencies had the big bubble, came all the way down, reached around $3,000 per Bitcoin, came all the way back up, and then boom, crashed again to around $3,400 per Bitcoin. And now it's simply been on a run up and ever since. The parallels are astonishing. They really are. So here's my point. Top, bottom, double bottom, up, all-time high, and then just started soaring. But where's the pullback to 20,000, right? The previous high, right? Never happened. There was one pullback from here to here, and then another pullback from the Corona crisis in 2000, right? So one in 2018, one in 2020. And of course, there was the 2008 crisis, right? And that was the 2008 crisis. So this is basically like the Corona crisis on the Bitcoin chart. But once this happened, goodbye to the old time highs, to the $20,000 Bitcoin. I do not believe that we will ever see it again because I'm paralleling Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies with this, with the NASDAQ, because it's technology. And that's what I think. Do I think it's possible to see a $30,000 Bitcoin again? Yeah, that's the floor. That has to be the floor because $30,000 Bitcoin, that's when the big institutions started coming out. So Michael Saylor's earlier than that, Tesla's earlier than that. Like 30K is really, to me, that's the absolute floor. Let's go to the Bitcoin chart, and will we see it again? If I go like this and click on 30K, that's if Bitcoin comes down into this zone, comes down to anywhere in the $30,000 region. I don't even know, like, I'm already all in in crypto. Like, I already sold everything I had before Bitcoin was even 20, and I just put it all in Bitcoin. But like, I'm probably going to be buying more stuff. I'm probably going to be buying things. So I'm going to sell everything that I have if Bitcoin gets down to the $30,000 level and just going all in Bitcoin. Like, at that point, like if it does it. And that's it. So do I think that this bull run is even close to being over? Absolutely not. Why? NASDAQ, number one. This chart right here, the rainbow price chart. Number two, the NASDAQ comparison. Number three is that historically speaking, every single bull run has been much longer than the bear runs. This chart doesn't really go back that far. Maybe Bitstamp might. Yeah, Bitstamp does. So there has been historically lots and lots, the same cycles. And this is very cool if you don't know this, but if you look at this looks like 2017. No, this wasn't. This was 2013. So huge cycle. And we had basically all of 2012, all of 2013, and then December 2013 is when the bear market started, 2013. And it lasted 2013, 2014, 2015. So basically 2 years. And then the bull market started. So from 2015, pretty much all the way up to 2018. So 3 years for the bull market. And now we had a bear market for two and a half years. And now we have the bull market. So bull markets tend to outlast bear markets. And if you look at like the regular S&P 500, like regular stock market, we've been on the longest bull run in the history of ever. 11 years, 12, 13 years now. So I don't think it's even close to being over. And those are my 3 reasons why. And to be honest, I have a lot more reasons why, but why even go over them? Because I just gave you my biggest 3, and we're literally like, we're in a bull market. So the second big thing that I want to go over right now is that you could see there's Bitcoin right here. Let's go to the monthly chart. Let's go to the daily chart actually. So Bitcoin has been in this consolidation period literally since February. So all of February, all of March, all of April, and now May, nearly 3 to 4 months. What does that mean? You don't want to be in Bitcoin. You don't want to be in the coin that's not moving. Look at Ethereum. Look at what Ethereum has done in that same time period. It has gone up 141%, while Bitcoin has been remaining stagnant. So in case you did not know, money flows from Bitcoin, the big dog right here, Bitcoin, down into Ethereum. That's the second big boy, right? And then it goes from Ethereum into the other market caps. So stuff like DOT, stuff like ADA or ADA. And by the way, ADA is my number 1 high market cap cryptocurrency pick. If it had to be between Bitcoin, Ethereum, ADA, even DOT. Oh, no. All right, I take that back. I think that splitting between ADA, which is Cardano, and DOT, which is Polkadot, the big platform players, is a really good idea. I would have a lot less in my Ethereum position. First off, I took my Bitcoin position and I put it into Ethereum. Then I took my Ethereum position and I put it into Polkadot. Then I took my Polkadot position and I put it into Solana. And now sort of I want to go back into Polkadot and Cardano, ADA. Because Cardano has been having some huge news come out about it. In case you didn't know, Cardano is actually working with Africa and their governments to create a huge blockchain deployment development with the educational system of a lot of different African countries. And I actually have the post right here. Ethiopia links up with Cardano creator to launch the country's biggest blockchain deployment yet. Reports from Ethiopia say the government has enlisted the service of software company IOHK in its bid to launch the country's biggest blockchain deployment. As part of the agreement, the Cardano protocol creator will be tasked with the job of creating a blockchain-based national student and teacher identification system. This is like the biggest thing. This is real world use case in a country that could use it, and it's being deployed. So we're just going to see more and more things of like Cardano just going higher and higher and higher. That's what I believe. So Cardano is huge in my book. As soon as it actually, and if you look at this chart, actually just a couple days ago, it had this amazing, yeah, right here, amazing support entry. We got it. Seriously, we got in right here, up 20. So good. See, this is why technical analysis works really, really, really well, because we saw this consolidation and then boom, it broke through it. So you get in on the retest right here. So you get the most gains. And that's just, I don't know, that's a technical analysis for Cardano. I'm holding on to it. However, when it comes to Polkadot, you cannot rest on Polkadot. Why? Because there are things called parachains. As per Dr. Google says, a parachain is an application-specific data structure that is globally coherent and validated or validatable by the validators of the relay chain. What the hell does that mean? Most commonly, a parachain will take the form of a blockchain, but there is no specific need for them to be actual blockchains. Well, actually, this is Polkadot right here. And this is one reason why I really like Polkadot, is because the technology is just like really, really, really cool. It's way more efficient than Ethereum, and it's created by one of the co-founders of Ethereum. Same thing with Cardano, but Polkadot I feel like just is pushing faster, because Cardano is all about that intellectual or scholarly application of going through the very, very rigorous process by the scholars and the professors to really make sure everything like is absolutely foolproof and secure. But sometimes, you know, that could, you definitely don't move quickly with that, is what I'm saying. So Ethereum was like, build it fast and break it. Cardano was basically like, we're going to make sure this is as secure as absolute possible. And then I think Polkadot has a nice middle ground, which is why I really, really like Polkadot. So if you look at this, there's the relay chain, and this is the core of Polkadot, which is responsible for network security, consensus, and cross-chain interoperability. And then there are the parachains, and the parachains, these are sovereign blockchains with custom tokens and optimized functionality for specific use cases. And the parachains connect to the relay chain, and they're priced on as a pay-by-you-go basis or a continuous connectivity lease. And I'm not going to go into all of the technical details with Polkadot, but what I will say is that there's a lot of talk about parachains and a big explosive movement coming out later this year when it comes to parachains and the Polkadot ecosystem, which is why I'm holding Polkadot and I am not selling. I'm actually staking my Polkadot on Kraken. You could do that and earn a solid 12%, which is quite a lot, APY. And I've been doing that for a long time, and it's been working out because I'm never touching it. And then the last big player or big concept that I want to actually talk about is Link and Oracle plays, because I think these will also pop off really, really, really big. And one thing that I'm doing is I'm looking at the Bitcoin chart when it comes to altcoins. So what does that mean? It means that I'm pairing my altcoins with Bitcoin, because if you look, let's take Link, for example. If you take Link and you look at it strictly on a USD dollar basis, it looks like it's so high, and you have no idea where you're going to buy it, where you're going to sell it. But if you look at the Link Bitcoin chart, which is what I just had up, you could see that there's so much more room to go. There's still 100%. It could still double from this level before it gets to the highs. This is where I'm going to be taking most of my profit. I'm not going to be taking a lot of my profits. I'm like maybe like 50% over here. But besides that, I'm going to keep most of my coins in my trades. I'm going to keep most of them in them, probably sell 25% or to 50% at the take profit levels up until the Bitcoin pairing hits the all-time highs. Then I'm going to take a substantial amount off the table, right? Because it just makes sense, because this is very, very, very big resistance right here. However, I'm still going to have some in there. So that's my overall strategy. But the point that I'm making is, look at this Bitcoin chart. You could see there's still so much more room to go, and it gives you more clarity when you're doing technical analysis, which is, I'm going to do that in another video, actually, because that video is going to be very, very, very long, and this video is already very long. I just want to get the big points out in this video. And once again, this is the same thing that happened with Cardano, happened with Link. It was consolidating underneath this huge resistance, and it popped up above this resistance right here. And we saw this just a couple days ago or last week. And in the VIP, I said, oh, buy here. And I said, yo, buy here, buy the retest. And you could see there was a wick, and it came down to the retest area. And so we got at the best possible price instead of In this market, you can FOMO in. I don't want to say it's fine, but it's okay because the prices are going to go back up anyway, at least in these markets. That's what we've been experiencing for the last 5, 6, 7 months. But if you want to get the absolute best prices, then you should buy the retests, you should buy the supports, you should buy the Fibonacci's, you should do all of that. And so I really think that Link and other big Oracle plays are going to do very, very well this year. Just like anything that could get a narrative behind it. So let's do a little recap. So far, we've had the bull market is going to continue going on, in my opinion. I'm out of Bitcoin. I'm out of ETH for the most part, and into Cardano and Polkadot and Solana for the most part. I use the Bitcoin pairings as opposed to the USD pairings because it's easier to do technical analysis on the Bitcoin pairings. Cardano, I believe Cardano is going to blow up. I believe Polkadot and the parachains are going to blow up. And I believe that the Oracle plays are going to blow up. Also, it's incredibly important to look at narratives, look at stories, and play the narratives. Just like how we did with Dogecoin, it's incredibly important that you look at the big picture and you look at what the masses can ape into. And if you could get into those early, then that's key. And that's the last big point that I want to make is that you want to get into coins early before they pop off. Things like, the Oracle plays, or even there is, Cardano, it's popping off right now, but there's also stuff like CardSwap, which is like the Polka starter of Cardano. So there are things that you can get into earlier before they really take off, before the masses take off. You want to get into things while it looks like this, while they're in consolidation periods, because once it pops off and it goes up all the way up here, it's like you're going to be buying other people's bags. Yes, it'll most likely continue to go up, so you'll be right, but everyone's a genius in a bull market. So I'm going to end this video right here, and then I'm going to make a separate video for my market analysis, market update, where I will go through each coin individually, because that takes me hours, and I'm sure you don't want to watch a video that is 4 or 5 or 6 hours long. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be having a lot more coming out. And lastly, if you want to be entered into a $100 giveaway, which is actually going to be $1,000 or $5,000 or $10,000, however, it's going to be a lot of money that I'm giving away. Follow me on Twitter at Louis Raskin, and whenever I post an update to my challenge, to my $10,000 trading challenge, if you like the actual post and then you comment underneath of it, and you follow me, you will be eligible to win the money that I'm going to be giving away. So I started this challenge out with $10,000, and every $1,000 increase in price, I'm going to be giving away $100, as long as 1 like per dollar gained is on the actual post. So my first one made $1,000 up, and it only got 27 likes. It needed to get 100 likes in order for me to give away the $100, so I didn't give away the $100 there. And then I made another 1,000, and this one only got 18 likes, so this was a $200 giveaway. Didn't work out. Now I'm up 3,000, so I have a $300 giveaway. And I need 300 likes, and I only got 13. So I doubt if I'm ever going to get to, it's literally, I'm going to be up like $100,000 and give away 10 grand. And I'll need 10,000 likes. I don't know if I'll ever get 10,000 likes. Maybe I'll lower it once I get there. But yeah, if you want to support and if you want to get qualified, if we reach the amount of likes that we need, then just follow me on Twitter and like and comment on the posts whenever I do an update. Thank you so much for watching. That's it. Keep on stacking those sats, and I'll see you on the moon.